Hey, welcome back. I am so glad you're here for day 26. And today we are going to return to that basic three-centered practice where we check in first with sensing our body, sensing our hearts, sensing into the mind. But this time we're going to add one other element, which is to just drop in a very simple mantra that is related to each of those three centers. Or if you don't like the word mantra, if you prefer the word prayer, take your pick, whatever feels authentic to you. And these mantras or prayers help us remember what these three centers are actually for and the gifts that they are housing and offering to us when we actually connect with them and open up in a very present way. And so the three mantras are for the body, it's I am. For the heart, it's I care. And for the mind, it's I trust. So we're going to feel into those words, but more than just the words, also the kind of felt sense and the energy of those phrases. So take some time, if you haven't already, to get comfortable and let your eyes close or drop your gaze, and we will begin. Beginning with a conscious breath. This is always a good place to start. And if I ever get lost or the practice becomes too overwhelming or confusing, I can always return to the simplicity of following my breath as it moves in and out. So you have complete permission to do that at any point. So, turning the attention, noticing this beautiful movement of life force, of oxygen coming in through the nostrils or the mouth and traveling down, filling the whole torso, really the lungs expanding, the belly, the ribs, the diaphragm, all of that in this gentle wave of movement that I can connect with to begin connecting with the truth of being here now. The truth of I am. And I know that I am. I get a sense of my physical presence through sensation. Feeling into the felt sense of the body resting here. Sensing the arms, the hands, feeling I am in the arms and hands. The energy of aliveness. And sensing down into the legs, both legs. Breathing in, I. Breathing out, am. Sensing up and down the spinal column. Maybe adjusting the spine in whatever way seems fit for the moment. Breathing in, I am, up and down the spine. And then finding my central presence right in the middle of the torso in the solar plexus. Maybe even placing a hand there if that feels supportive. I'm beginning to place all my attention here in the solar plexus and letting this mantra of I am begin to repeat in a relaxed way. If it helps to sync it with the breath, go ahead and do so. Internally saying I on the inhale and am on the exhale, and sensing into my central being right here in the solar plexus. I am. Letting those words reverberate throughout the body. And if it helps to keep saying the words, go ahead and do so. Or another option is to let the words fall away. And just sense the energy and the echo of the truth of I am. This is what it feels like to exist, to be. And the mind might want to come in and try to figure out, what does I am mean? And start philosophizing about that. Just let that go. Keep it simple. No other words or commentary are necessary. Just sensing into this truth of I am, and I can feel that and come into contact with that by being present to the sensations in my body. And now I'll let go of that mantra and shift the attention up slightly into the chest, the center of the heart center. Feeling into the tenderness of this heart right here that has the capacity to care about my life, about your life, about all living beings. And I introduce the new mantra, I care. Sensing that in the chest. And just in my own way, finding the authenticity of that phrase for myself. Not through thinking or words, but just sensing into it. Sensing into the heart right here that cares. Again, maybe syncing the words, I care, with the breath. And if it's possible, if the mantra has done its job, I can let go of the words and just sense the energy of I care right here in the chest. Just becoming familiar with the felt sense of caring. And of course, if thoughts come in, I don't judge myself or need to even push it away. I just notice there's a thought, and I redirect my attention back to my heart and to this felt sense of caring. And I can drop in those words, I care, once again to refocus myself. Now I let go of those words and shift my attention up into the head space, the open space, the container of the mind. And already noticing what the state of the mind is. Maybe it's chattering a lot today. Maybe a lot of noise or fogginess or agitation in the mind. And I can just notice that without judging it and shift my attention back further into the head, to the center of the head, maybe even to the back of the head. Breathing into that quiet space and introducing the words, I trust. Typically what the mind does is doubt or plan or worry or strategize or judge, all of which are counter to this inner movement of trust. Basic trust in myself, basic trust in the universe. And so I connect with the energies of trust and allow my mind to set down its activities and rest. And then what naturally arises is trust. So syncing these words with the breath, if that feels good. I trust. A trusting mind is a quiet mind. I trust. So we'll close this practice with doing just a couple rounds of saying each of these 3 mantras, shifting the attention to the different centers and the energies that each of these mantras invokes within us. So starting with the body, breathing in I, breathing out am, moving to the heart, breathing in I, breathing out care, and in the head, breathing in I, breathing out trust. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Hope your day is great and that you bring these energies with you throughout the day. And if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment about what you noticed, what you're learning in these practices. I would love to hear from you and start a conversation. All right, take care, everyone. Be safe. Stay warm. Take care.